Welcome to Day 15, Lesson 15. We learned a lot of key things yesterday. Today we're going to learn about power skimming. As I've told you time and time again, your brain does a billion computations a second. As you take your finger on this first exercise, we're going to take our finger over. Instead of coming back over here to start the second line too, read first line and focus on reading the line backwards on line 2. Line 3 is forward, backwards. You'll catch 3 or 4 words of that backspin. Your brain today may not fill in the holes, but it has the ability to. As you practice this, you will get it. So what we're going to do is practice getting a rhythm. Read forward, back. Read forward, back. Read forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. Forward, backwards. When you read forward, don't do the indentation method. Right now you're focusing on the mind on catching words as you're coming back. Go from one end to the other. One end to the other. One end to the other. So I'm going to read everything forward and then backwards. And on backwards here, I call it long and hard begins shaking. The third line, don't remember anything he says, but I doubt he's telling the truth. My mind will fill it in. You may not know it, but your abilities are growing. This will astound you. This is called power skimming. And as you power skim, you want to do this on technical information. When you're reading technical information, you want to read the questions at the end first. You want to take and power skim it second, really quickly. If you have pictures in there, you want to look at the pictures, and the pictures kind of tell you exactly what they're doing. Let's say you're reading a book on technical information about building a rose garden. You want to read the technical information back and forth about tillers, about sod, about mulch that you're going to put in there, about gypsum gravels you're going to put in there, about different kinds of plants and roses, anything. You're going to put landscape material down, A to Z, power skim it. Read the pictures. This kind of rose. Read the picture, see the picture. Power skim the whole thing. Then, when you read it, a normal rate, after you've power skimmed it, ask the questions, how am I going to build this? How am I going to figure it out? Then read it normal. Then take notes. I want to build this garden. I need a tiller. I need a spade. I need a grubbing hoe, a mattock. I need to put down some base. I need some fresh soil because I have clay. All these things, you take notes. I need this. Then when you measure, you know, well, how much of it do you need? It doesn't matter the subject. It's mapping it out. You've read it, you've skimmed it, you've read it, and now you're taking notes on it. Now when you build a project in the yard, or you're building a basement, or whatever you happen to be doing, be sure to go over that project in your mind. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So again, talk to a teddy bear or talk to the pillow. First I'm going to dig up the yard, and I'm going to have to remove 50 wheelbarrows full of dirt. I'm going to fill that in back here where I have a low spot. Then after I get that out, I'm bringing in some more topsoil. I'm going to have to mix that in with a tiller. You plan it all out. Then you visualize what you're doing. You visualize step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Then you visualize the end result. So before you ever start, you can say to yourself, that dream or that goal is history. I've already did it. And once you've already did it, it becomes easier to do it. Don't be afraid if it doesn't work out perfect. None of us are perfect. but we're learning to do new things. This is a metaphor for all your life. You do not have to be perfect. You measure up. What you're doing is good enough. So start winning, winning, winning. So you plan it out. Then you say when, ask the questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. And you say, I'm going to do this next Saturday. I'm going to buy all the parts Friday night. I'm going to dream about building my new rose garden. Blah, blah, blah. Saturday, my little brother's coming over, or me and my son are going to work on this together as a family project, or me and my wife, or me and my husband, whatever. But make it a good experience. When you're working on that, remember, every 25 minutes, take a mental break. Listen to some music as you're working in the yard, creating a beautiful rose garden. Listen to some music. Every few minutes, you're going to be using muscles if you're not used to digging in the yard. Take it easy. Don't strain the back. So, power skimming is one of the best tools for college. You're going to get more out of it. You're going to retain more information because your mind is asking, we don't like open loops. What's this sentence mean? The mind will start filling it in. Pretty soon it becomes automatic. At first, when you started shooting free throws, you might have been told how to keep the elbow in, how the motion. After a while, it's automatic. Automatic. This will become automatic too. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself. Skimming, mapping out your notes, teaching the teddy bear, the stuffed animal, what the goal is, and then putting it into an action plan. Remember, confusion leads to learning. Anytime the mind is confused. This also enables you to be exposed to information for a second or third time. When you see information a second or third time, your brain remembers it longer. After a while, it can lock it into your long-term memory automatically. Then take your notes. That's the third time that you're exposed to the data. And then when you verbalize the information, it's the fourth time. When you meet somebody at a party or at work, a new worker, my name is Ronnie and your name is Joe. First time I heard Joe. And Joe, where are you from? And Joe, are you working day shift or night shift? Nice to meet you, Joe. Have a good day. I'll see you later, Joe. When you want to learn a name, when you do it 3 or 4 times, you're going to remember Joe. After a while, you can just go through McDonald's and you know, okay, this is Anita. And Anita, you'll remember every time you see the McDonald's, like, oh, that's Anita, or that's Debbie, or that's Michael, whoever. It's just training the mind to absorb the information. Your brain is like a sponge. It wants the information. All right, so let's take and remember to do the mental break, the mental yoga. Tonight, we want you to read for 20 minutes. We want you to finalize your new freedom dance. If you're going to write some words to your dance and a little chant, like I feel great, I feel fine, I feel this way all the time. Then make your dance, make your rhyme up. I'm looking for success. I'm looking for some people with some positiveness. Ho, ho. Whatever you want to do, make it fun. That becomes a chant. If you watch the movie about Tina Turner, after she broke up with Ike and he abused her, how she got out of that and rebuilt her life was through some meditation and chanting and going into her mind to say, I am worthy, I am okay, I am okay, I am. And she did a little chant. I'm not saying you have to chant, but I'm saying make up your own little thing that makes you happy. So when you do that while you're under stress, if you're a lawyer and you're in a big case, you go to the restroom and play on your video your little Indian dance. Relax. Go back and say, hey, I know this case inside out. I got it covered. If you're a doctor and you're getting ready to go into surgery, make sure you listen to some music. Whatever brings the brain into that happy state of mind. So thank you very much for today. Let's focus on making somebody else's life a little bit better today. And remember this. Honestly, I've said this my entire life, my grandmother. You can never give enough, you can never care enough, and you can never love enough. If you live like that, God will send you more than enough. Have a great day. Get fired up, get excited, do some dancing, turn the music up, and I'm going to leave you with one thing. Sha-na-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na. From east to west, from east to west, I am the very best, I am the very best. From east to west, from east to west, I am the very best, I am the very best. And I say, sha-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na.